I've been on TRT for 8 years, coming on 9 years now, and this is what I found out. I've made a couple of points over here, so if you see me looking off to the left, I'm just looking over here at my notes. Okay, first of all, what was the reason that I started TRT? I'm not going to get into the bodybuilding story too much, but I took the steroids because I wanted to do bodybuilding. I wanted to compete in powerlifting, I wanted to be a bodybuilder, and I did both of those things quite successfully, may I add. But anyway, I eventually looked at bodybuilding and I thought, this can't be it. Maybe I don't enjoy this, or maybe I don't love this as much as I thought. Now, the diet wasn't hard for me at all. If you look at any of my shows, I might put some pictures on or might not. I was in shape. I was ripped. I'm still in shape right now. So diet has never been an issue. The thing that was an issue for me was to actually add the muscle. Now, to add muscle, actual muscle beyond my level, you need two things, and you need a lot of those two things. Well, you need a lot of training as well, but I had that covered. You need a lot of cardio, I had that covered. The two things that I didn't have covered that you do need a lot of to gain muscle, one is steroids. Yes, that's the harsh truth. You do need a lot of steroids if you want to gain muscle, to compete at a higher level than what I was competing at. You do. I don't give a shit what anyone says to you. And number two, you need the ability to eat. Without those two things, without a good steroid cycle and without food, nothing else matters. You know how I know that? With experience. I know that personally, that no matter what you do, if you do not eat enough food and you do not take the right steroids, you are not going to gain muscle. I've never seen it being done. And anyone says or thinks they can do it, well, there's the liar right there. Okay? Because I've been in this game for 25 years. So I know a thing or two about this. So let's just get that out of the way first. I knew bodybuilding wasn't for me after that. But up until then, yes, I wanted the bodybuilding dream. I never wanted to be IFBB Pro, because the reality of the time when I was competing, well, there was no IFBB Pro card for classic bodybuilding. And then after I quit bodybuilding, the next year they went, oh, well, the classic guys can also get an IFBB Pro card, which at that time I was like, do I really want to do this? I mean, I did win the shows. It's not like I lost the shows. You know, a lot of guys competed with me. It wasn't like one or two. It wasn't like a show with one or two guys and I came first. No, I'm talking like 17 guys, 23 guys. How much was the new one? 13 guys. You know, these were heavily stacked shows. So, no, you know, I was a decent bodybuilder. Anyway, it's not about that. This is about TRT. So I'm moving forward. I thought, you know what? Maybe I don't need this. Maybe I don't need the steroids. So 8 years ago, 2016, it was around May time, yeah. April, May, yeah. April was my last show, May. I thought, you know what? I've had enough. I'm going to come off. So I slowly tapered down, and you guys might have heard the story. If you haven't, I'll tell you very quickly. I slowly tapered down to 1 mil of testy. I thought that's a very safe dose. That'll be a good TRT. After speaking to a very qualified instructor, a coach from the US, I'm not going to mention his name. I spoke to a few guys, actually, to be fair. I even flew all the way out there in 2016 to meet them in person. Why? Because I wanted to learn about what was going on in America, because TRT was a massive craze at the time. At the time, they called it HRT. TRT was a big thing. And in the UK, no one knew about it. It was steroids or off cycle. That was it. It was blast and cruise. Simple. So I tapered down the dose from 1 mil to half a mil, and I thought, I'm still kept my size. I feel good. Let's go. You know what? Maybe I don't need this. Maybe I don't need the steroids. Came straight off. Worst mistake ever. Felt flat, felt soft, felt fat. Yes, fat and flat, two different things. And just the drive wasn't there. The get up and go wasn't there. The training wasn't there. The mood wasn't there. The libido wasn't there. Nothing felt right. I was taking a hit physically, mentally, and financially. Now, many of you people will think, well, what has finance got to do with TRT? Of course, I'm going to get to that soon. And if you think it hasn't got anything to do with TRT, then, well, you're mistaken. All I'm going to say is try it. And it's not just me saying this. Many people have said this. I'm not saying there's like a way to research this. If you take TRT, you're going to be rich. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying it did for me. Came off completely, like I said, felt dog shit. I thought, nah, this is not. There's got to be a way. Started climbing back up again, 500,000, tried figuring out the doses, spoke to some very highly qualified coaches out there, and we kind of figured that this is what's going on right now, this is what will work, did the blood work. Now let me just tell you about blood work, right? When it comes to blood work. And I'm going to challenge anyone out there. If you have ever done 13, yes, there's 12 months of the year. I did 13 different blood works, full panel, in 1 year. And ever since, I've been doing minimum 5 or 6 blood work every single year. Every single year. It's right now 2024. We are in March. I have already done, actually no, I lied. We're not in March. It's actually March tomorrow. Is it March tomorrow? Have I got my days wrong? How many days is there in this February? I have to check this out now. So, okay, it's the 28th of February today. So, is there going to be 29th? I think there is this year. Yeah. So, it's not March tomorrow. It's March the day after. We're just at the end of February. I have done 3 blood works already this year. Now, you guys are thinking, is he bragging about blood work? Yes. Do you know why I'm bragging about blood work? Because it's data. Data that you don't have. I have it. I have the data. Guess how often I check my blood pressure? Every single day. How many of you guys do it? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think you're doing it every single day like me. I'm a professional, guys. I've said this before and I'll say it again. When I talk about the human body, I go all in. This is not some research paper that I've read. Oh, well, in 13 males at age 35, we did this test and the blood work came back and showed that their testosterone increased by 300%. How? What were they doing? What were they doing at home? What was their lifestyle? What was their blood work before? What was they on steroids? Was they not? Did they take Tonga Ali? Did they take Shilajit? What kind of shit was they taking? None of those research papers or none of those research studies are actual. They're not even real. They're bullshit. They're just made up. And if they actually did it, let's just say they actually went out and did it. Well, guess who funded it? Guess who funded it, guys? Imagine this, right? Picture this, right? I have this program online. And it's the greatest fat loss program in the world. The greatest fat loss program in the world. The #1 fat loss program in the world. I market it. I get 100 individuals on this fat loss program. I fund it. I fund the research. And I say across the board, every single person lost exactly what he wanted to lose. Some guy wanted to lose 50 kg, he lost it in a month. One guy wanted to lose 30 kg, he lost it in a month. One guy wanted to lose 5 kg, he lost it in a month. Every single person's blood work approved across the board. Every single person's testosterone increased 5,000%. Who funds that research? Me. Guess which product I'm selling? Mine. Has the penny dropped yet? I'm going to let you fill in the blanks. I don't have to spell every single thing out. And if you watch me, you guys will know I don't spell much out because I can't really spell that much. So going back to testosterone, we do need it. Okay? I get hearing this from guys who would quit bodybuilding, guys who are like a bit aged right now. You know, Stallone was taking the gear, Arnie was taking the gear, and back in those days, they were just called steroids. What I was going to say Stallone and Schwarzenegger together. What Stallone and Schwarzenegger were doing was TRT later on. Like Arnie wasn't doing 600 milligrams of test, up until the age of 50. He was on like a low dose. Stallone wasn't blasting tren. He was doing a bit of GH every single day. And he was doing a bit of test. We know that now. Now we can call it TRT. Jeff Bezos isn't doing a Ronnie Coleman stack. He's doing TRT. The Rock. Well, actually, I'm going to say The Rock. The Rock's probably blasting here with the size he is. But no, look, I'll be straight. Maybe he did back in the days, but he's still a big dude. And his dad was a very big dude as well. He's got the genetics. If I was to pick and guess, this could have been a separate video, but it's all right. If I was to say what stack The Rock is on, I would say he's on 300 milligrams of testosterone. He's maybe on a couple of Anavar, maybe like 20 mgs of Anavar every single day, 50 Proviron because sometimes he looks quite lean. And I think Mastron, maybe he's on a Mastron every so often depending on the movie role. And I think that's about it. Maybe dabbles in a bit of Primo, that's it. And you'd probably be surprised to know that The Rock is not on a lot. And not that I'm his doctor or I know The Rock personally. I don't. I'm just guessing. Most people you look at and you think, I bet he's on a load of juice. And I bet you he's not. It's the other way around. Even when you go to the bodybuilding shows, you see the skinny guy and you think, this guy's not taking anything. He's probably taking the most. The guys that are genetically gifted don't need as much gear. So TRT. I knew I needed it. I knew I wanted it. Like I said, I was feeling depressed. I was feeling down. I was feeling out. Everything was shit. Money wasn't good. My life wasn't good. I just thought, I'm not a bodybuilder, so I don't need to take steroids. So now I'm on TRT. 8 years ago, I started this journey. 8 years ago. Like I said, blood work. Full blood panel. ECGs, CT scans, angiograms, ECGs. Who out there is doing this research? Are you guys doing this research? Are you? Can you prove to me you're doing this research? I can. I've done it. Just recently, I did a genetic test. I'm going to do a full video on that very, very soon. It's not cheap. It was expensive. Did a genetic test. I spat a hell of a lot of spit inside this thing, this test tube, and it's amazing. I'm going to talk about that in a complete different, in a whole other video. But the genetic test basically tells you a lot of if you have a risk for Alzheimer's, if you have a risk of, cardiac disease, all this stuff. There's so much, even beyond my realms of understanding. But there's a lot to unpack with that. So that's, like I said, that's going to get a separate video. But the point I'm trying to say is for someone like me who is so health conscious, and it's not about, I want to live long. I want to live healthy. It's a big difference, guys. I could die tomorrow and I would be happy. I'll be content with that. No issue. Because I'm in good, peak physical shape. Anyway, TRT. So when I took TRT, libido through the roof. Non-stop, ever since I took TRT. Never ever had an issue, never crashed once. Blood work, perfect. Every single thing that I've done. If you go into the dojo, click the link down below, you'll see all the cycles. Cycle 1, cycle 2, cycle 3, cycle 4, cycle 5. Every single TRT cycle I've done. And I cycle throughout the year. And guess what? Blood work's perfect. Join the dojo. So we have the blood work taken care of. No issue. We have the heart scans and I might just be a healthy individual. Who knows? But surely I know a thing or two. After 8 years of being on TRT, I know a thing or two. Like I said, libido, great. Wake up in the morning, I'm alert. I jump out of bed. Yes, I have goals. Yes, I have drive. Yes, I have ambition. Yes, I have a mountain to climb. Yes, I keep making more and more goals for myself, so I'm never ever going to achieve them. I like the feeling of that. What helped me? TRT. What gave me that mindset to get up and get shit done? TRT. I credit it to that. Do you know why I credit it to that? Because I know what I felt like before I was taking TRT. It's improved my life. Finance. I feel more, I still want to say this, more financially secure on TRT. It makes me a better person across the board. Relationships, better on TRT. Every single thing is better on TRT. It's amazing. Like, it opened my eyes to a whole new world. Now, you're probably thinking Fadi's just the poster child for TRT. Call it what you want, guys. I ain't selling it you. I might sell you the protocol, links in the description. I'm not selling you TRT. I'm not here promoting it and say, this is who you should buy it off, this is where you should get it from, move to Thailand, move to Pakistan, move to Dubai, or go to this country. I'm not saying any of that. All I'm saying is, this is my experience on TRT. This is how it made me feel. And the reason why, one of the reasons I made this channel was just to be very transparent, because I saw the fitness industry talking absolute garbage. And I thought it's about time somebody who can speak, speaks, and actually tells the truth and says, this is what I'm taking, this is what I'm doing, and these were my side effects. Have I had side effects taking steroids? Absolutely. I've spoke about it numerous times. Trenbolone, Sustanon, Deca. Spoke about all the side effects. GH, MK677. Spoke about everything. I'm very transparent. I'm telling you right now, TRT changed my life. So for the past 8 years I've been doing it. This is going to be year 9. I don't see myself stopping. And here's a bit of advice now. If you want to embark on this journey, first of all, hire a professional. I'm not saying me. Hire someone you trust. But if you want to hire me, links in the description. Make sure you regular blood work. Make sure you get an ECG. Make sure you get a CT scan. Make sure you get I'm not saying you need an angiogram, but make sure you do something. Get a full heart health checkup. Get a full cholesterol checkup. Get a full blood checkup. Every single thing needs to be 10/10. Leave a comment down below, because for some reason, YouTube, keep cancelling my comments. I don't know why. They just turn the comments off. Anytime I talk about TRT or anything steroid related, for some reason, they just, what does it say underneath? I can't remember. The comments are, I don't know, blocked or something like that. So hopefully the comments aren't blocked again. Let's build this back up. I'm going to be posting every single day. See you soon.